Hello, welcome to this video. This time I'm going to talk about the dreaming, how we can use dreaming to realize the bodiless I am state, and how we can use dreaming to uproot the deep belief in a materialistic paradigm. And the dream state can be used in many areas of spiritual practice. It's often an overlooked part of our consciousness in many spiritual schools. And then we have some spiritual schools that put just as much emphasis on the dream state as in the waking state, because they know how powerful that can be. And dreaming can be used for many different purposes. It can be used for healing, it can be used for just going on adventures, doing things that one cannot do in the waking state. It can be used to explore the nature of reality, and it can be used to explore non-dual awakening. And that is the focus on this video. And I will share a very powerful, very simple technique that will put one in a very pure I am state. And one big blockage to non-dual seeing is the belief that I am the body, or the belief in a materialistic paradigm. And the materialistic paradigm is the belief where one thinks that matter is fundamental, and somehow from the interaction of matter, consciousness is produced. But in reality, it's the other way around, that consciousness is fundamental, and matter is a result or a projection of consciousness, and that matter is in fact consciousness. So there's only one substance. And if one wants to see that one is all and everything, non-duality, one has to merge these two aspects of reality. So when one sees that consciousness is everything and that I am consciousness, one can start to see oneself as all and everything. And we can do this, we can realize this through this simple exercise in dreaming. To do this, we will catch the moment between dreams, or the moment between the dream state and the waking state. To do this, it's good to have some kind of lucidity within the dream. And lucid dreaming is when we are conscious that we dream. We know that we are dreaming, so we start to merge our waking state consciousness into the dream reality. So then we become hyper alert, and we can start to navigate the dream from our waking state consciousness. And this is not a tutorial on how to lucid dream. This is something that one can learn from many good books on the subject. There are free resources on YouTube and other areas on the internet. But to do this technique, one do not really have to be a master dreamer. One just need to be alert. One can also do this without being lucid, but one will need to have quite a lot of energy within the dream, so one is alert enough when the dream ends. And this can occur when one is emotionally involved, excited, or have a lot of energy and focus within the dream state. And now the interesting part about this technique is, as I said, between dreams, or between the dream state and waking state. And this is described with the figures above my head, where we have the body one with its reality construct, with its world. And this can be a dream body with a dream world. And when the dream starts to end, if one is very focused, very conscious during this happening, one can start to feel like the world starts to fade. One can feel like one's body starts to dematerialize and dissolve. One can feel like everything is being stripped from one's consciousness, and the only thing that is left is the pure I am state, without being colored by I'm this, I'm that, or other kinds of sensory input. So this moment is extremely pure in one's consciousness, because one will not have anything to define oneself by. No body, no sensory experience. Then in the next moment, one can start to feel like body two is being materialized out of this pristine I am state. So one can start to feel like the senses start to decode a lot of information. A world will start to arise with a new body, new world, and so on. And everything is being projected from the I am state. And one can feel how this is happening, how the projection arises. What's happening next is when this dream is ending and one will start to feel like the body is starting to dissolve, the world starts to dissolve, and one is once again in this pristine, pure I am state without a body. One can feel like this is the fundamental aspect of one's consciousness, the consciousness that have no qualities to it. And from this pristine, pure I am state, one will feel that the new world is materializing as a projection out of one's consciousness, out of one's I am. This can be perceived between dreams and between the dream state and the waking state. This might not seem like a very grand experience, a very interesting experience, but when one starts to see how profound this is and how this can give oneself proof how the I am state can project a whole reality, this can give a lot of meaning to other things that we talk about within non-duality, how this I am state is the fundamental aspect of reality, that this is prior to the body, this is prior to the world, and so on, and how we can see that it's not matter that give rise to consciousness, it is consciousness that give rise to matter. For the one who is called to explore dreaming, lucid dreaming, and become a master at navigating these areas of reality, there are infinite areas to explore and one cannot exhaust these realms. There are a lot to be learned about how consciousness works through working in dreaming. But as we can see within this video, is that whatever exotic experience you are having, whether that be in the dream state or in the waking state, everything will flow out of this pure I am state. That is our fundamental nature, and that is what reality is based on. And this is something that you can become conscious of when doing this exercise. I hope you liked the video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.